Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So a couple days ago, I posted this picture on my Instagram story because I wanted essentially you guys to ask me literally anything. I don't care what it is. Ask me whatever and I would answer it. I got 0 responses. Actually, I got 2, but I didn't think that was enough to make an entire video out of. So me and one of my roommates came up with the idea to just answer questions that no one actually knew they needed the answers to. Whether it be about me, whether it be about just random stuff, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna be answering some random questions that I found on the internet. So we're just gonna jump right in. So question number 1 is, if you had to work but didn't need the money, what would you choose to do? This one is very interesting for me because I do enjoy what I do for work, but if I didn't need the money, I would honestly probably want to do something like this. Do something with like YouTube or content creation, or like marketing, anything with like social media, stuff like that. That's probably like what I would do. I don't think there's like anything specific. But I would definitely want to do something in like that area. Even if it didn't take off or whatever, I still think it'd be a fun thing to do. Question number 2. What is in your fridge right now? Well, I'll tell you there's food. I think there's a bunch of leftovers. There's a lot of kombucha. It's not my kombucha, it's my roommate's kombucha. There's also some alcohol in there. It's mostly just like beer and like ales and like stuff like that. There's not a lot of hard liquor in this apartment, just in case my mother's watching. No, there's like, I think there's like 2 6-packs of like some beer, like some like fruit, like not really fruit beer, but like there's like beer, and then just like a lot of food and like leftovers and stuff. Yeah. Question number 3. If you could close one fast food chain due to disgusting food, what would you pick? See, this is a very hard question because I do eat a lot of fast food. I really do. But I know there are some places that definitely do not deserve to be open, even though they have some delicious food, even though it's technically considered to be disgusting. But if I had to choose one to close down, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, even though a lot of people still eat there, I would probably say Taco Bell, just because that food does not stay with you very long. Like, you could have a very delicious quesarito or whatever it is, and it will not stay in your body for very long. So I would probably have to say Taco Bell. So question number 4 actually has a very funny story behind it, but it's, if you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which one would it be? Now, for me, I love like late 80s, early 90s, like family sitcoms. Like, I feel like that was like probably one of the best times for TV and even like movies and stuff. So for me personally, I would want to be a part of the Tanner family in Full House, because that was like my favorite show growing up, like hands down favorite show. I watched Fuller House religiously once like the reboot came out. I even had a tweet once the show ended They got liked by Dave Coulier. That's a whole thing. But when I was going through the internet finding random questions to answer, one of my roommates was with me, and I was asking her the questions, you know, to like get her answer. And I asked her this question, and she took like 45 minutes to answer this question, like this specific question, because she was like, well, I don't know, like what's considered to be a sitcom, or like what family should I choose, or what era, or like all these things. And it took her so long to choose a family, and she still even didn't really choose a family. And then like a couple days later, ended up being asked the same question again, because we were going over it with our other roommate, and she was like the same thing, the same process, and still has not definitively chosen her own family sitcom that she would join. But I just thought it was really funny that she spent that much time trying to determine what family sitcom she would be a part of, even though it's not a difficult decision, at least for me. But yeah, I would definitely want to be a part of the Tanner family. Okay, this one, question number 5 is a very good question, to say the least. But question number 5 is there an app that you hate but you use anyways? So me personally, I feel like I have multiples. So a lot of mine are like my financial apps. Those, I don't really think those count though, but I would say my number 1 that I absolutely hate and yet I still use it is gonna be Facebook. Especially recently, I just don't see a lot of like positivity or anything like that. Like Facebook has just been a very negative platform lately, because a lot of people want to complain or whatever, over this whole pandemic. And so it's been very, very negative, at least on my feed. And I don't want that. I'm on a lot of like Disney like pass holder pages and stuff like that, and they are all very negative and very critical, and it's not where I want to be. I'm doing my part. I'm gonna make sure that I'm safe, my roommates are safe, my friends are safe, my family's safe, and everyone else is safe by doing my part. And that's all I can ask for. I'm not gonna sit here and tell other people that they are forced to do it. I mean, technically they are being forced, but I'm not gonna get on Facebook and be a part of that. I've been in plenty of Facebook fights, and I'm just not in the mood to get into more. Question number 6. This one I feel like is a yes and no. But this one is, do you dance crazy when no one is looking? And the answer is yes. If I'm in the apartment by myself, I will blast music and I will dance like a fool. And it's funny because I'm tall and lanky, and when my body moves, it looks like a weird noodle just dancing. It's very weird, but at the same time, if my roommates are home and we're playing music, I will still dance like a fool. So it's like a yes and no kind of situation, because like no matter what, I'm gonna dance like a fool. Question number 7. This one is actually my favorite question, because there's gonna be a little fun fact in this answer if you already didn't know it. So question number 7 is, what was the best thing before sliced bread? So usually it's, oh, that's the best thing since sliced bread. No, we're going before sliced bread. So fun fact, sliced bread actually became a thing back in like the early 1900s. So it really hasn't been around for very long. Like, it's been around for a while, but not very long. And Betty White was born before sliced bread was invented. So my favorite thing before sliced bread is Betty White, because it's Betty White. You can't not love Betty White. Like, there's no way in this world that you cannot like Betty White. Like, we have to literally save her from all harm in this world. Everything. Because she is just so wholesome and she's so funny and she's just amazing. So question number 8 is going to be, would you rather be trapped in an elevator full of men with BO or 3 soaked dogs? So this one is very easy for me because 1, men are trash, and 2, I would rather smell like a stinky dog for a little bit than have to smell men's BO, because men's BO is disgusting. So I'm obviously gonna go with the 3 soaked dogs because they can at least dry. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I will smell like a stinky wet dog, but I would rather smell like a stinky wet dog over literally anything involving men's BO. No, thank you. So this is actually going to be the last question. I don't really want to ramble on too much, just with random questions. But question number 9 is going to be, what is a common thing that you think about when you are alone? Now, this question is honestly probably going to be a little depressing, but I think about like my past a lot. I think a lot about like the things that have happened to me in my life, like stuff like that. And honestly, if there are any therapists that will be watching this, which I highly doubt that, but they will probably sit there and look at that and be like, that is a very unhealthy quality. And I'm like, I know, trust me. But I do think a lot about the things that have happened in my past. You know, those memes where it's like, oh, it's like 3 a.m. and you can't sleep. And then it like pops up in your mind, like some awkward situation. That's pretty much it, but a little bit more depressing. There are stories in that whole thing that will be discussed at a later date. I will most likely end up doing them as a way for myself to cope later, but there will definitely be videos on a lot of those past situations in the future. So if you want me to discuss those, make sure to leave it down in the comments below. But yeah, so with that, I have answered a lot of random questions. I don't know why I did it, but you know, it was fun. I had fun. So if you liked this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this with me just answering random questions, make sure to leave that down in the comments below as well as make sure to subscribe to my channel. I don't ever remember which side it's on. I think it's on this side, or no, it's on this side. I don't know. You know what side it's on. But make sure to subscribe to this channel. Also, make sure to follow me on all my social media. You will see that on your next screen where it tells you to also subscribe to my channel. And you can also watch other videos as well. So with that, I'm going to end this video here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.